Okay, good morning. The first lesson, first proper lesson. Lots to get done today. I'm going to kind of guide you through for a little bit of time on here, and then I'm going to end this live stream, and then we're going to be meeting in small groups on Google Meet, but we're going to talk about that afterwards. The first part of this lesson, you're going to need to do quite a lot of like self-organization. I'll give you some time to do that in a minute, but I'm just going to talk you through what it is you need to do today. So for those of you who read the Teamie post, you'll see there's quite a lot of instructions, and I'm just going to read through them one by one, and hopefully that will tell you what it is that you need to do in terms of the resources that you need to prepare. Today is more going to be about preparing ourselves for the unit than perhaps doing a huge amount of work. But hopefully if we can get that all done today, then it means that next lesson we're ready to go and we can just jump straight in with learning. So the first thing I'd like us to do today is to, if you see on Teamie, there is the links and there's the things you're going to do today, and there is a link for remote learning middle school mathematics with Mr Donohue. And what that does is that is a brief introduction, and it kind of gives you a few points about what we're going to be doing going through the lessons. It gives you the timetable, in case you're wondering. Obviously, you all know you have Tuesday morning maths, which means you are grade 6B. Obviously, I teach 2 grade 6 classes, so it's useful to know what number you are so that you can know which class you are. If you ever get stuck, just go on to Teamie, and when you see the class code, your class code is grade 6 maths B8, which means you're a B. Okay. At the bottom of that list, it gives you the groups for your Google Meets. Now, we're not going to meet every lesson like this, but because obviously if I tried to talk to 20 of you, where we're trying to have a conversation with 20 people at once, that's just not possible. So what I've done is I've split you into 4 groups, okay? And this will allow you the opportunity to, when we have, if you want to ask questions or, you want to discuss in groups, this will break the class down into smaller sections so that it's a bit more manageable. Okay, I can see quite a few of you logging on, which is great. So if I just read out the groups for you, and then, and you can either make a note of them or just kind of remember it, but make sure that you know these groups. If you forget at any point, of course, this is on Teamie, and you can refer back to this document at any time. What I would like you to do for this document is bookmark it. Okay, if you save this document in your bookmarks, okay, so that's the little star up there on your web page. Okay, if you bookmark it, then it's saved for later so that you can refer back to it anytime that you need. So group 1, we've got Suhani, Tilly, Ben, Adam, Eddie. So that was that right-hand table in the class. Group 2, we've got Eliza, Sana, Catalina, Rima, Takuma. 3, Ruben, Jacob, Tanki, Lucas, Shamir, Jordan, and then obviously group 4 is everyone that is left over. Okay. Later on today, we're going to try and meet in those groups but that'll be not right now. Okay, we're going to do that later. Okay, we'll start with these groups. If we need to change them, we will, but we'll see how they go as we're going along. Okay, you'll notice on the document there's a link on the side, a Google Meet link. Okay, this is going to be the same link anytime I ask you to work in groups. So if you did want to, you can click on that link now and you can save it. Okay. Sophia, you're in the extra group. Okay. You, Santani, Mia, Zara, a couple others. Save that link for Google Meets, and that will, anytime I ask you to meet in a group, and I might not ask every group every lesson. Okay, I might just say, oh, group 1, we're going to check in 5 minutes, and then we'll go to that Google Meet, and I can maybe just check in with you for those sort of things. Okay, so that's the groups, and please make sure you've bookmarked that document. It talks about the basic structure of a normal lesson. Obviously today is still not quite normal, but starting from tomorrow going to be normal. So the basic structure of a lesson is going to be first 5 minutes is you're just going to kind of read through the instructions. So like next Tuesday, for example, from 10 past to 15, I'll give you a few minutes to read through. What am I going to do, etc., etc. Then I'm going to talk to you like I'm talking to you now for about 10 minutes, maybe explain what we're going to do. I might teach you a few new things if you need to know them. And then obviously after that, you're going to be working independently. Obviously, there'll be a lot more independent work perhaps than there would be in school, starting a lot sooner because obviously I'm not there. But the idea being is that I'll be on YouTube like I am now most of the time, or I'll be meeting with groups on Google Meet, and then you'll have a chance to kind of be working independently. And if it's something in the lesson you're thinking, you're listening to me and you listen to the lesson, you think, you know, I understand that, I can do that, then obviously you can jump straight in to the independent tasks. So that'll be more the normal lessons. Let's move on to the next thing to do. So the next thing to do, number 3 on the list on Teamie. So the next thing that I asked you to do, where's that gone? Just refreshing the page because it's gone funny. So the next thing we need to do is we need to start making or copying some resources. So on Teamie, you'll notice I've put a load of resource links at the bottom of the page. Okay, now in a minute, I'm going to get you to meet I might do a little screencast where I show you some of these things. So first thing you'll see is that you have the highlight sheet, and that is what you're going to be studying during this unit. So you want to make sure you open that page, have a read through it, and bookmark that page. Okay, you need to bookmark that page so that anytime you're wondering what we're studying, you can refer back to it. If you're really organized, you might want to make a folder. Again, bookmarks is the little star up there, and then you can access it from the menu at the top. It's kind of about there. And then there's 3 things for this unit that you're going to need. Sophia, all the links are on Teamie. So 3 things you're going to need. Okay, and I'll talk you through these now. These are the main 3 things for this unit. You're going to need the unit guide, you're going to need the slides, and well, they're the main 2. Let's talk about those 2 first. So the unit guide, first of all, okay, if you, again, make sure that you are on the most recent post on the Teamie page. As soon as you go on, there should be a post. I posted it at 8 o'clock today, okay, around 8 o'clock, okay. It says Tuesday, 7th of August, which is today. The first thing you need is the unit guide. Now, the unit guide, yeah, correct, Antony, not on materials. The unit guide is basically going to structure you through the unit, okay? Might go a little bit low tech in a second, and I'll show you. Basically, if I show you on my other laptop, okay, it looks something like this. Okay, oh, it's a bit bright. Okay. Put it on my iPad in a second for you. I say I will do a little screencast in a minute if you're still confused, so you can see exactly what it looks like. So don't worry at this point if you can't get that. So the unit guide is basically going to be lesson by lesson, showing you what we're going to do each lesson, and then there's what activities you need to do. So there'll be some notes explaining, you know, here's what we're going to do. And during this one of these sessions, I'm going to talk you through the guide for that particular lesson. Okay, and at the bottom of each section, so like each lesson is one section, and then at the bottom of that section, there's a little task to do. A really simple, like 1 question task to do. Where do you write the answer to this task? Good question. The next thing you need to do, again on the post, thank you, is you need to find the slides. So there's a link to a Google slide document. Now, when you open the Google slide document, it says grade 6, unit 6 statistics, and it's blue background. And that document is what you're going to make a copy of, and you're going to be filling in as we go through the unit. There's 9 slides to complete. You'll do 1 per lesson. Okay. The idea of this is that I'm checking that you have read through the instructions, read through the guide, and you understand the basic premise of what we're doing. Now, when you've made a copy of the slides, so you open the copy, it's view only, you can't edit into it, so you click make a copy, you save a copy onto your Google Drive. The final thing you need to do is you need to make a submission of this slide so I can see it on Teamie. The way you do this is you're going to go to the Teamie page, you're going to go to materials, and you'll see at the bottom of the page there is a little assignment. Now, don't worry, assignment sounds really like scary, but it's not an assignment like, you know, anything you really have to do. It's more an assignment where you're going to keep me up as your teacher up to date with what you're doing. So I can just have a look on there and just see who has done the lesson or who hasn't. Okay, so it's not so much extra work, it's just actually recording the work you do, so I can be seeing it, I can be making sure that you understand. So you go to the unit page, okay, you go right down, so you go to materials, obviously it says grade 6, unit 6, home-based learning. So you're going to make your copy of the slides and you're going to submit. Don't worry if you, obviously it's empty at the moment, that's fine because you can edit it once you've done it. You'll just submit your version of the slides, make sure it's got your name in the title, okay? So you make a copy, put your name in the title, submit it on the Teamie assignment, okay? So that's the first thing today that I will be asking you to do. So make sure that you have submitted that assignment on Teamie. So by the end of today, okay, or certainly if you're not online now, I want to make sure that we're getting that done as soon as possible. Certainly before next lesson, I'd like that to be done. So when we log in and we're talking again, period 4 tomorrow, everyone has that assignment ready to go. And we're going to do slide A1 tomorrow in tomorrow's lesson. That's the first thing we're going to do. Okay. Okay, so let's just review that. You should have highlights bookmarked. You should have the guide bookmarked. You should have the slides, made a copy, and submit them on Teamie. You should also know your group and have read through the remote learning document. No, Mia, there's no slides to do today. We're going to start. We've got other things we've got to do today, but we're going to do that tomorrow. Okay. So before I go any further, okay, has anybody got any questions? Okay, so remote learning document, if you go to the Teamie post, it says plan for today's lesson, okay, and all that. If you look at the bottom, it says MS Mathematics, remote learning, okay, there's a link to it. The groups are on there. Okay, let's just do a quick feedback exercise, and that'll also tell me who is paying attention. So in the comments, what I'd like you to do now is to either post a 1, a 2, a 3, or a 4 to show me what group you are in. Yes, Elisa, you need to submit it. So can everyone just post now in the comments box a number, just a number, a 1, a 2, a 3, or a 4 in the comments so I can see who, and also that'll tell me who's actually here. Oh, looking good. Excellent stuff. Okay, so in a minute, keep posting while I'm talking. In a minute, we're going to have a go at meeting in those groups. Now, obviously, we can't all meet at the same time. Okay, but that's okay. Just give you a few more seconds. Okay. So what we're going to try now, and we're not going to do this very often, okay, is we're going to have a whole group meet on Google, okay? When you make a whole group meet, okay, and like I said, I'm only going to use this when I want to screencast to you, is when you join, you need to turn off your camera and you turn off your microphone, okay? And then I'm just going to screencast you, so you can turn off your camera as well. And I'm just going to show you a couple of things that you will need to have, okay? So can everyone go, please, to the document that I shared with you, which has your groups in. And on the left-hand side of the document, there is a whole group link. I'm going to stop this live stream in a second. Okay, so you're going to go to the document, the remote learning document that's on Teamie. You're going to go on there where it said your groups. Okay, wherever it says your groups, on the left-hand side, it says whole group meet link. Okay, so everyone in a second is going to go to that link. They're going to log into the Google Meet. They're going to turn off their microphone, and then I'm going to show you a quick screencast. Okay, so you can see my screen, what my laptop looks like, just to check that you've got the right documents. And then I'm going to show you what to do next. Okay, so the document that you went to on Teamie, where you found your groups, where you found the links, and I'm going to show you that link. I'm also going to post, okay, I will comment it now, okay. I've just added a link on here. Can everyone see that one? Yep. So everyone can go to that link, and then I'm going to join you there, and I'm going to show you my screen so you can find the right thing. Then I'm going to get you to meet individually in separate Google Meet chats to see how that works. And then you can ask me, you can turn the microphones on, and that'll be a chance for us to have a quick conversation. I also have a short task for you to do afterwards, but we'll deal with that in a second. So I'm going to sign off now. Let's see who's following the instructions. You're going to go to the Google Meet link. I'm going to close the stream, and then we're going to talk more there. Okay, I will see you there.